How's it going? Happy Friday Eve. Let's see if I can find. Yay, we're live. Nice. As you come on, I think Sarah said she sent the message out, so hopefully you guys got it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, perfect. Hey, Renee. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, there we go. Hey, Karen. Okay, you guys. If that comes up. Perfect. We're trying to, yeah, it's even. Guys, we're doing a grapevine. Put a little loop on here. I think I put it in the wrong spot. Hey, Stella. Hey, everyone. I just put a loop on here to hang it because it usually makes it a little bit easier, but it's not in the center. So it looks a little wonky. I think I need to put it here. Maybe. We'll see. We will see, friends. We will see. Hopefully everybody's had a good week. Hey, Trina. So you guys, we're doing a collection today, not a kit. Which is fine, totally fine. Let's see if there's one in the middle. Okay, there. I feel better about that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Guys. We're doing a grapevine. So I put on so this is the collection. It is not a kit. I'm using the Happy Fall sign, an 18-inch grapevine. Oh, I should probably pin it at the bottom. Hey, Rosie. Let's see here. Can I pin it? It's always an adventure. Let's see. Okay. Allegedly, it's pinned. But who knows nowadays? Okay, you guys. So I'm going to be using Smilex. And you guys have seen this. Super, super pretty. We're going to be using one of these. So she still has some of these in the sage. The orange is gone. Y'all, it sailed. That ship has sailed. And then I wanted to use these. So these are the orange birch. I believe it's the ones that these are. So super pretty. We're going to put that on there. A couple of those. And then I got some ribbons. So I wanted to use both. I'm not sure if I'm going to use both, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See how I feel about this. I had, because my box looked like it was beat up. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the Postal Service, well, I can assure you that when it leaves a Wreath Shop, it is not beat up. So, the postal carriers sometimes, I always feel like they play football with it. My view on that is hopefully everything inside is fine. But yeah, the box sometimes, when you get deliveries, woo! That happens, friends. It happens. Oh, so sorry. That's very noisy. Put that on there, and we're going to talk some. Hey, Tracy. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And the way that I'm going to do it, I'm actually going to put some on the top and on the bottom. So we're going to make some bows. We're going to do that first. Oh, I already got that. Let's grab our bow maker, you guys. So how's everybody's week been? I cannot, of course, as usual, I cannot believe it is already going to be Friday tomorrow. Super crazy. But, here we are, friends. Here we are. Okay, let's cut our ribbon here. Yeah, I'll ship Wreaths out, and I try to put, I almost feel like if I put fragile, they want to kick it harder. Like, they're like, really? How fragile is this? Let's check this out. So sometimes I feel like it's a dare. But I still do put, you know, my fragile labels on it. But, you know, you never know once it leaves. You never know. Okay, guys, so we're going to make a bow on the top and on the bottom. And then I'm going to add the florals, or the... Works. It's all greenery. There are no flowers today. We're doing greenery. All greenery. Aw, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to do the top bow first. It's going to be a shorter bow. So we're going to do a tail. What do I want? What do I want? Let's do a 6-inch tail. Hey, Sharon. And then we're going to do, do I want 6? Do I 5.5? Oh, why not? Let's go 6. Let's go 6. Do the shop. Have bow makers. I believe they currently do. They do carry them. They should be in stock. Let's see here. And we're going to cut that there. So the tails are around 6. The loops are around 6. I kind of want to keep it around the same. Whose name? Darcel? My name? My name is Sonia Thompson. So if you do not know who I am, my name is Sonia Thompson. I'm the owner of the Red Rustic Rose, and I collab with the Wreath Shop here on usually Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hey, Patricia. I'm going to dovetail this one too. And we're going to make that tail 6, but we're going to make this loop 5.5. So we're going to come in 1/2 inch. So yeah, if you guys are not following the page here, the Wreath Shop, make sure you do that. And then go over to my page and follow that too, because why not? And on the first one, so we have the tail and the loop down. This time we're going to alternate that. So this time the loop's going to go on top and the tail's going to go down. The other lady that used to do tutorials here. Lisa? Hey, Scarlett. So Sarah is the owner, and Lisa Killam is the other person who used to do tutorials on here or do lives on here. She has stepped away from the wreath business. So yes, she has pivoted. There you guys. And then we're gonna, all these comments are, did your daughter tell you about the earthquake today? No! What the? That child, no she did not. Now I'm gonna be texting that girl. She did not, neither did my son. They're both out there. One's in Julian and one's in Marietta. Ooh, someone's in trouble. I haven't even looked at the thing. Oh, wow. I hope everything... Oh, she is fantastic. I was actually talking to her today. She is fantastic. Okay, so we're going to do this tail at 5.5. And we're just going to do a bump, you guys. 3-inch bump. Yeah, she is no longer... Yeah, Lisa no longer makes wreaths. She was doing paper crafting, but she actually is working, she kind of does it on the side, but she actually works for a realty company now. So, yes, she has changed. Renee, those kids are in trouble. I'm telling you right now, girl. I am telling you right now. You had four in a row this morning. Not a peep out of it, out of any of them. I'm gonna have to call her and get Arthur on the phone, my little 2-year-old grandson, and be like, you need to kick your mama's booty. She didn't tell me these things. And I didn't even, you know what, I almost always check at least the news or something, but today I haven't had time. I've been kind of go all day. Okay, and all we're going to do here, you guys, is we're going to spread this out. And I did this because I wanted this pumpkin in the middle. Right? Because it's a fall, so we're getting all the pretties on there. Let's give this a little tug here. So there's our bow for the top. I'm going to make the other one and then we'll put these on. But this is going to go here. And then we're going to make one on the bottom, but the one on the bottom is going to have tails on it. Okay? Hey, Teresa. So this is directional ribbon. And if you guys know, I don't like my directional ribbon upside down, so we're going to have to get a little creative with how we do this. So we're going to do, let's do a 13-inch tail, Renee. Maybe they didn't feel them kind of far from the biggest ones, but felt stronger because, maybe that could be. You're just trying to save them, Renee. No, but that could be. It could be. Okay, so we're going to make this bottom here, we're going to make it a 6. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this bow this way is because I want my pumpkins to be facing the right direction. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Andrew should have felt it because he lives in Murrieta. That's right by Temecula. And usually when something happens in San Bernardino, you can usually feel it in Murrieta. Okay, this one's going to be 6 as well. I know, right? They're going to be, Mama, these wreath people telling you things. Yes, they are. Like, geez. Okay, once again, our loops there are 6. Tails are 13. Now we're going to come in with this one. We're going to dovetail this. About 1/2 inch from the bottom, stagger it. It's like to stagger them. Hey, Sandra, how are you? We're going to do this loop at 5. And it's going to be 2 on each side. Because I'm only using 2 bourbons, I'm actually bringing in the loops 1 inch. Maybe around 1 inch. That way you can see the pumpkin and then you can see these. I always like to spread my loops as I go, you guys. Okay, we're going to come down here. A little dovetail. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to give it a little bump in the center. Because I like a bump. And this tail is going to be, it's going to be about 6 inches. And we're going to do a 3-inch loop. And that's going to be our bump. And then this tail is about 5.5, 6. Moving those out of the way over here so I don't knock them down. Let's see. Get our zip ties, especially on a bow like this because I've done kind of some weird cuts. I tried, you know, I always use zip ties. Those are kind of my thing. Doing nice little work my tails first, and then we're going to pull these loops, flip it over to the other side, those loops. Give it one last tug, and then we'll add them onto the grapevine. So you guys, once again, this is a collection. It is pinned at the bottom. So see, there's our bottom and our top bow. Let's get this out of the way. So right there. Put it through the grapevine, you guys. I always put it through the grapevine. It's going to hold better. If it comes undone somehow, it's not just going to plop off. As opposed to if you wrap it around, there's nothing kind of still holding it there. Just to look at it and make sure it's in the center. And I try and center it on the bottom of the sign. So the sign's right there. I'm trying to put this so that at least, you know, cut a little bit of that extra off. I'm not going to tighten it all the way because I am going to put, obviously, greenery behind it. And I don't want to have to sit there and struggle because I've made it so tight that I can't get it in there. Okay? Let's see. So there's our bottom bow. See that? And then we're going to put our top bow. Same thing. We're going to kind of make sure that that's in the center there. Through our grapevine. And once again, this is an 18-inch grapevine. It's from the Wreath Shop, which means they're really thick. Cut a little bit of that extra so it's not sticking out on the door. There we go. And I do like to fan them out so that you can see each ribbon. All right. There we go. Bow on the bottom, bow on the top, happy fall in the center. Now let's start adding some greenery, you guys. So we're going to start off, I think, we're going to start off with the Smilex. I use this one because, hello, you've missed the last few, Amanda. Remember, you guys can always watch the replays. Of course, it is funner when you come on here and we're live, so we can chat. I use the Smilex because since this has kind of these little leafy, right, design on there, I thought that would be cute with this. And also, this is going to, you know, this is bringing in the green, so that's why we did that. So this is not a pusher, but that's okay. I'm not going to judge it. I'm going to start off at the top, which means I'm probably going to cut this down a little bit. Because obviously this is kind of long, so if I put it on there, it just depends how far outside of the bow I want to see it, right? So we're going to come in with these. And we're going to start, I tend to start at the top. Okay. So that's as tall as it's going to go. That's kind of my guide. Then we're going to come in. So usually when I put these in, I start off top, sides, and then underneath. Don't forget the underneath. Okay? Because if someone lifts that bow, it's still got to have stuff in there. Yes. Grapevine is 18 inches. Here on this side. Now remember, you guys, I told you I don't tighten the zip tie all the way. That's why, because I'm making sure some of those are going behind the bow and they get locked in also with that zip tie. Just helps make it a little bit more secure, even though I do use really good glue. Okay, so see, now we've got leafy stuff all around the bow. Now we're going to do the bottom. So I always, whenever I'm doing these, I always put like this and then do the same thing at the bottom. And then with whatever I've got left, then that's how I decide how to place it and where to put it. Oh, thanks, Renee. Y'all know, if you have been watching me, I love my grapevines. I love making grapevines. I love making all kinds of wreaths, but grapevines are really my thing. That's like, that's what I love. Okay, we're coming in here, same thing. But this stuff we're starting off on the side here. And remember, you're putting it out far so that it is past the bow so you can see it. But you're still going to be able to see it underneath, okay? Oh, these little stringies. Yeah, the teal and the orange, I love that fall combo. Okay, we're coming in here. Same thing. Now, it does not have to be completely symmetrical, but I do try and make it so that, right? So the same amount is sticking out on each side. Just so it doesn't look wonky. Okay, so this one's a little bit shorter, and because we have the sign right there, the piece that I put there, I'm going to try to make sure that it's not so big so that it covers the sign. Okay, you're still going to be able to see it, but it's not going to cover up my letters. Still, once again, we try to make sure that we have it underneath the bow as well. Get in there. Okay, you see? Now you see it. It's behind the bow. So when you look at it, you're going to get all your florals, or greenery this time. These little blue thingies. I feel like it's a spider. It's like you're like, no one can see it but you. So of course you look kind of nuts. Okay. So there we go. So we're going to be adding. So now we've got there. We're going to add a little bit right here. A little bit down here too. Let me add that one there. Let's see. Okay, got a couple more pieces we're going to cut up. So ideally, I like pushers, but I don't mind these when they've got the leaves nice and spread out. This Smile Express is actually one of my favorites to use for that reason. And we're just adding some of these. Okay, there we go. I like the way that looks. I'm going to put another piece right here. Also, remember, it's a grapevine, so you don't have to fill every little spot. Okay? I make a lot of my grapevines, and you see the grapevine. That's part of the, the style of wreath that it is. So don't get hung up on trying to cover every tiny little piece or every tiny little section of the wreath. Hold on one sec. Yeah, this wire. Let's look in there. I'm going to put another little piece in there. Hey, Kathy Mitchell. No, thank you for coming on. You guys are never late. I appreciate you giving me your time. Coming and hanging out. So we're going to put this piece right here. You see? Kind of seeing a little bit of everything there. And we're going to add this right up here. Okay, so there's that one. One Smile Express down. So now we're going to come in and we're going to add some of this. So this I really like because it hangs down, which means it's going to give me more length down here. So we're going to take this and we're going to cut some strands here. Oh, I think right there's good. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, right? There, it's fall. This is fall. So we're going to come in. I am wiggling that. Trying to make sure it touches different areas. All throughout there. Yeah, this is, I love color, the mustards, orange, and the greens. This is the sage, so it's super, super pretty. So I'm just trying to incorporate this throughout. So we've got a couple of pieces at the bottom there, so I'm going to make sure I add some pieces at the top here. Because I can't just have them at the bottom. I just will make no sense. There we go. Yeah, this is nice. I like these. Just going to be adding this in here. Now, the good thing about these is because they are wispy, everything mixes in really nice. But see, this is fall. This to me is like, hello fall, I am here. This one. I don't need it that long. I want it to go in there nicely. So I just fold that up. Now if you notice, I'm not going to just want this greenery to come in. So I'm putting some on the outside right now, but these are also going to be coming in towards the inside because we can't just have it on the outside. That would not look right. Cut this here. And these, honestly, you're just going to cut where you feel, right, how big of a piece that you want or need. Move that a little higher because I don't want that covering up my sign. I'll let it hang a little bit. I just don't want it to be too overwhelming on my sign. So now I got this little piece, right? So now we're going to start bringing in a little bit towards the inside. So I'm going to bring them in through here. And obviously the pieces are not going to be as big because I don't want it taking over my sign. This here. So what's everybody's favorite fall colors? Mine, you know what? I will tell you that I tend to go with a lot of rust and mustard and greens. I tend to kind of like the OG colors, right? Doesn't mean I won't, you know, or you know what, I will tell you this though. I say that, but then I do like adding blue. And like navy blue, the darker blue. I feel like it gives it that nice little pop, especially if you have like something that's rust with blue or mustard with blue. Okay, but see how wispy, I love that. Green, orange, burgundy, yeah, exactly. And the orange, to me, has to be that deep kind of rust orange or burnt orange. Those are the ones that I really, really love. The greens, for me, for fall, they're kind of sagey, a little bit more, you know, like this. Especially like this. See how it has the brown? Kind of has different little through here. I like that. Okay, we're going to add this down here. Okay, we're trying to make sure we're incorporating it in all of the places. And once again, I am going to add some underneath and some on top here. Can't ignore those parts. So usually when I do that, I will tell you that I will come in and take one of these. I just finished the orange and navy welcome kit. Oh yeah, exactly. That orange, yeah. Orange and navy, yes. Right? They just play so well together. And they just look fantastic for fall. You can mix that with pumpkins, anything. It just really, really does well. You see, I'm putting in some of this sagey green through there. I'm going to add a little pieces down here. Yeah, also the yellows that I use, they're going to be like mustardy. They're going to be mustardy brown, a little bit deeper, right? I'm not going for anything shiny. I always call it mustard. I'm sure there's different ways they call it, but to me, it's like the, you know, Dijon mustard, that mustard. No French's yellow mustard, okay. No. We want the bougie mustard. Grain mustard. See how that's hanging down? So it's wispy and, right? All full. That's what we like. And yes, you can see the grapevine. That's okay. I want to see the grapevine. So if I'm listing this for sale, I'm going to put rustic on my description. And I'm going to tell them, hey, you're going to see the grapevine. That way someone goes, I can see the grapevine. And that's what I told you. I told you. I ain't lying to you. Okay, we're adding all through here. There. I'm going to add another piece up there. But I want to make sure I add some behind the bow here too. Down here at the bottom. Okay. Now this is just with the Smilax. There's also the what's it called? The boxwood. It's got the fall boxwood too. That would look really pretty with this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down here. Because remember, I want it behind the bow as well. It can't just be, yeah, let's get this. It can't just be, I want to make sure I incorporate it everywhere. So right up here. Make sure I'm getting it in there. Sometimes you gotta hold it a little bit, so. But see how that's coming out? Right? You're kind of seeing it everywhere. It's very fall. It's wispiness everywhere, going this way. I may actually cut a couple little pieces and put them throughout the bow to kind of come out this way. Right? Incorporate it throughout your bow, and I'll put it at the bottom as well. Thank you, Kathy Mitchell. Yeah, if you add it to your bow, you're kind of, right? Kind of bringing it into the design as well. And sometimes I will tell you that I will take these and I will do this and cut them. And then just go in here. Yes, it is going onto the ribbon. It is totally fine. As long as you put your glue, it'll stay in there. Yeah, you get your design that's coming in there. Remember, always hold the little piece. So now we're going to come in and we're going to bring this. So this one's really nice. These are one of the ones I helped shop for. And these actually can come apart. Okay? So we're not going to take all of them completely apart, but some of these are going to... I want to keep some of the stiffer stems for the top because I wanted to be able to stand. But look at these. So that's kind of got the design, but then this is kind of like velourish printed. So, and it's really pretty together. So we're going to add some of these in here as well. Okay, and that's bringing in some of those colors, right? Okay, we're going to do that one because I want to add this one too. Yeah, these bring in some of the orange, some of the green. So you notice some of the leaves are going to come forward, some are going to go back. So you kind of want, I like mixing them so everything's kind of peeking around. Right? So in some spots your leaves are going to be in the front. In some spots your leaves are going to go towards the back. Okay, we're going to bring this one in on the bottom. Okay, and that's just peeking out. I like incorporating my greenery around my bows. I always have. I feel that, I know your bows cover a lot, but if you leave your stems long enough, you can always find a way to get them to peek out. And these actually, they're really nicely wired. So if you notice this, you can actually, or you can bend it back. And the wire actually goes pretty far up on these. Same thing on this one. Okay. Y'all know when I was in that showroom with Sarah, is that, no, it is actually the MDF with the printed paper on it. You guys know when we went to market, I was in there just grabbing stuff and wiggling all the wires around. Okay, so I'm going to bring this in. I'm actually going to bring it down the center here. Get in there. And if it won't go in there, use your needle nose. Don't keep pushing with your fingers, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up putting your finger in some glue and you're going to be upset. So don't do it, friend. Don't do it. Okay, so you see, now we're going to see some of these leaves through here. Okay, and do something down here too. Now if you notice, I'm using, when I'm doing these, it's not this exact leaf, it's the different one. So I don't want, I like changing the leaves so it's not the same leaf on the same leaf, if that makes sense. Okay. Once again, we're putting that through the center. We're going to have the greenery and smilax, but look at that. Look how pretty incorporating those leaves throughout. And I'm also going to make sure I put one of those leaves over here, because you can't leave that out, right? So we have it here, goes to the top, towards the center. I want to make sure I have this here, and I want to make sure I have something on this side. Can't forget about that side. What did I use there? I used this one, so I gotta use this one. And these are really nice because they cover a lot of space. So you're really getting your bang for your buck with these. Remember, this is just one stem. I actually got two. I don't even know how many. Well, I may probably will use two. Sarah always tells me, she goes, if you take two, you're going to use two. Well, you're probably right. I'm like, why not? Come on, with me. Alright. So you're going to see some of these leaves. You're going to see your smilax. You see that? Now we got that there. So we're kind of incorporating all the different types of leaves throughout. Here. Probably going to put this one down here. And I'm probably going to put some kind of coming down, right? Because this one's up here, but it's the only one that's going towards the outside. So now we gotta add some more. So what do you guys think? I love doing grapevine designs. I could do grapevine design all day. Notice we're bringing our leaves, but see how that adds, right? We've got some of our leaves coming out. So now we've got leaves coming in this way, through the center coming out this way. Now they're going to come out this way. Yeah, I love me some grapevines. I just need to get a t-shirt. Grapevines are my jam. Adding this through here. There we go. Gotta find a spot. Now this. Thanks, Renee. And look, there are no florals in this. This is all just different types of greenery, right? There's different lengths of greenery, different styles, and they will go together. They truly will. Oh, not that one. I need the other color. Yeah, to me, this is fall. This is like, hello, fall, I am here. Y'all, it was 104 today. It definitely was not no fall here. I was like, what is happening? Right? It's wishful thinking for the fall. Okay, getting that in there. Once again, I want to make sure I've got some greenery in front, behind, some leaves coming out. Look at that. Woohoo! I am happy with this. So that's a little spot up there. So what I'm going to do is I cut that little one in half so that I can just sneak this one right around there. And that's just going to be peeking up behind the back. Okay? And do the same with this one. That one of the long grass. No, don't let it intimidate you, girl. Don't be scared. You know what's funny is Lisa would always tell me, she's like, oh my God, you just commit from the beginning. I realize that if I just commit from the beginning, you gain more confidence that way. That was my personal thing. I felt like, okay, I feel pretty good about that. There, I'm putting it there. That way I don't second guess myself. It's there, it ain't moving, right? Okay, I want to make sure I put something underneath there. Finish mine this weekend, Allison. Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. Remember, you guys, you can also post the pictures. If you guys have not joined, the Wreath Shop has a page called the Wreath Shop Connection. It's a free, you know, when everybody, whenever you make something, you can post it on there. Everybody to look at. So see how I'm adding the leaves? I need to add another one up there because that one right there is, it needs a little something, something there. Because you see a lot of leaves everywhere, and then there's that one little right there. I gotta do it. There we are. There we go. Yeah, see how we're bringing in all those leaves there? You see leaves, you see the smilax. If you notice in some, I'll pull them forward because I want to be able to see all the different things. I don't want to just be stuck looking at one thing. I'm probably going to put that one up there. Let's see. This one, I think. Needs one right here. Once again, make sure you're pulling some of that green, some of the smilax. So you want to see the different leaves throughout. I think I may be done with this. Yeah, see a lot of leaves. See a lot of leaves. That's what we want. Okay, we're going to leave those out because I know I almost always, whenever I go to take a picture, I find a spot where I'm like, ooh, that needs something. There needs something. So I always save a couple just so that I can go in and go, oh, hey, let me fix that. Okay, you guys, let me get this down, and then we'll take a little look. we'll take a little looky. But here we go. Look how pretty that is with our leaves. We've got our hanging green here, goes all the way down. It's behind the bow. We've got our smilax throughout. We've got our smaller bow up here with the shorter tails. And then we've got our bottom one here with the longer 13-inch tails. So, this is our fall grapevine. Or what are we calling this one? I forgot what we're calling this one. Happy fall. It is pinned at the bottom. It is not a kit. It is a collection, you guys. Thank you so much, you guys. So, okay, so the long one, because I've had people ask, so I'm using 2 of this, 2 of the long one, 1 of the green one. Thank you, Teresa. These, 1 sign, and put on an 18-inch grapevine. You can do it on Noble, too. So, thank you guys. Once again, make sure you're following the page here, the Wreath Shop, and then make sure you go over to my page, the Red Rustic Rose, and you follow me there too. Okay, you guys, everyone have a wonderful weekend. Try not to melt with all the heat and stuff, but I'll talk to you guys later. I'll be back on Tuesday. Okay, bye guys.